WXII 12 News at 6 starts right now.
Change can be a good thing, but a restaurant owner says it's been awful for business. Why he is now shutting down the tavern in Old Salem. Dropping out, which candidate says he will not run for what could be one of the most watched races in the entire country in North Carolina next year. Riding from the Triad to the coast, what's behind this man's mission to go 400 miles in just 5 days on his bike? Starting off tonight with the weather, there is a winter storm warning up in the mountains. You're looking live at King Street in Boone, where if you look closely, there's a little bit of snow on the ground. It's of course dark, but you can still see some on the sidewalk as well. That town could get as much as 3 inches of snow before this storm warning expires tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Laney Pope is in for us tonight. And Laney, winter weather not the only concern, and not just for folks in Boone, right?
Oh, absolutely. We've got wind that we are dealing with as well. And of course, that is bringing in the really cold air. Temperatures right now in the mountains are close to freezing at 32 in Galax, and we are already in the low 40s from Winston-Salem to Greensboro, High Point, and Burlington. And it feels colder than that because we've got that west-northwest wind at about 10 to 20 miles an hour. As you go up in elevation, the wind gusts are stronger. Have had some gusts today at 45, 50 miles an hour. That is still possible. Right now, the latest wind gusts moving at about 20-25. That's why we've got a wind advisory out for Patrick County, Surry, Wilkes County. That will continue until lunchtime tomorrow for those stronger wind gusts. And the winter storm warning is up through early tomorrow morning for Grayson, Ashe, and Watauga counties, where they've already gotten a light coating of snow. The heaviest snow has stayed far north and west of us and on the west facing slopes and above 3,500 feet. In the lower elevations, we've just seen some light amounts like you've seen there in Boone. We're also still looking at the wind staying up, of course. On the radar right now, it's actually pretty dry, not picking up any snow showers, but we could still see a few more of those tonight and into tomorrow morning. So when you wake up, those numbers are down in the mid-20s with some lingering flurries in the mountains. We are down to freezing, so winter coats in order for sure across the Triad and the foothills.
Laney, thank you. On that same topic, part of the Blue Ridge Parkway is shut down right now in North Carolina because of the snow. This photo on the Parkway's Facebook page shows quite a bit of snow just north of Asheville. The photo was taken this morning and the snow is already starting to stick. Most of the Parkway could see anywhere from a dusting to potentially 12+ inches by tomorrow. A stretch of US 441 is also closed right now through the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And with cold weather in our forecast and presumably here to stay for the next few months, be sure to keep the WXII 12 News mobile app handy. You can look at the real feel temperatures to know how many layers you might need when you get the kids ready for school and get yourself ready for work. Big Commitment 2020 news tonight. A Republican who's for months been hoping to unseat Senator Thom Tillis is dropping out of the race 3 months before the primary. According to Politico, Garland Tucker sent a letter to donors today announcing his decision not to file. Today is the first official day for candidates to file to run for a number of offices. In the letter, Tucker cited a number of reasons why he's making this decision, including an estimate that he says he would need another $2.5 million just to finish the primary race. Tucker is a retired businessman from Raleigh. Senator Thom Tillis is still facing at least one challenger in the Republican primary. Sandy Smith is a farmer from Pitt County, North Carolina. She says our state needs strong new leaders in Washington who will fight for the values that make our country great. And a Democrat from Davidson County is also running for U.S. Senate. Cal Cunningham made it official by filing today. He's an Army veteran and a former North Carolina state senator. He says building our economy, reforming the political system, and health care are just a few of his top priorities.
We need to make sure that we build off the work of the Affordable Care Act to make sure that everyone has quality, affordable care. I want to make sure that we add a public option to the Affordable Care Act, and we need to work to make sure we reduce the cost of prescription drugs.
Cunningham spoke with supporters today in his hometown of Lexington. He also talked at a roundtable at Bennett College in nearby Greensboro. Another former state lawmaker, current state senator Erica Smith, and Mecklenburg County Commissioner Trevor Fuller are also planning to run for the Democratic nomination for our open U.S. Senate seat. In a statement today, the incumbent Senator Thom Tillis' campaign called his Democratic challengers, quote, impeachment obsessed, adding the socialist and open border positions of the Democratic field are out of step with North Carolinians. Senator Tillis, on the other hand, will continue to work with President Trump to move the state forward, end quote. A new map for North Carolina's congressional districts is now officially good to go. Judges gave final approval today, saying it's simply too late in the election cycle to scrutinize these new boundaries. So this is the map that will be used for U.S. House races in our state next year. Candidate filing for these races opened as well today. Congressional candidates had to wait until judges approved this new map before they could file. There are still 13 congressional districts here in our state. Republicans currently hold 10 of those 13 seats. Judges initially ordered a new map, saying the old boundaries were illegally drawn to favor Republicans. And right in that same vein, Democrat Kathy Manning says she's going to be running for Congress again. The Greensboro businesswoman is now running in the newly drawn 6th congressional district. This includes all of Guilford County and part of Forsyth County. If you recall, Manning ran in the 13th district just last year, but ended up losing to incumbent Congressman Ted Budd. She says she's proud of what her team accomplished in that previous run and now wants to finish what they began. Republican Mark Walker currently represents North Carolina's 6th congressional district and continues to say he has not made a decision about whether to run for office in that district or perhaps in another one. Again, that map was approved today and it splits up his current district. Walker says he doesn't feel pressured to rush into a decision about whether to run again or where. The candidate filing period goes all the way until December 20th. A popular spot in Old Salem is shutting down at the end of this year. The tavern first opened nearly 50 years ago. The current owners have run it now for the last 7, but they say the time has come to close up. Let's go to Kirsten Gutierrez. She is live outside that tavern tonight. And Kirsten, the owners say the Business 40 improvement project is a big part of their decision.
Kenny, that's right. The Business 40 project, as well as construction here in Old Salem and trying to keep up with expensive renovations, are all factors in why the tavern is closing. But the family says they're just sad to see it go. Rick and Lori Kuiper have made the tavern their pride and joy for more than 7 years. But this year will be their last.
When you put your heart and soul into a business and you have your family involved in it also, and a wonderful staff, but we're sad for our employees.
Sad to close up shop on December 31st. Kuiper says there are multiple reasons why, but one problem is bigger than the rest.
The largest, of course, has to do with the flow of traffic that's coming through Old Salem that has been impacted largely over the past couple of years with the construction of Business 40. It has impacted our evening business significantly because many of our evening customers come from the north side of 40, as well as the construction here in Old Salem.
Construction that makes it hard for potential customers to enjoy a meal. And when they have fewer customers, the owners say they don't make enough for the upkeep.
It is very difficult to maintain a building like this. It was built in 1816 without having deep pockets.
Even though Business 40 is scheduled to reopen next year, Kuiper says keeping the tavern open until then isn't feasible.
I could, but I believe it's time for Rick to go fishing. At some point in time, you just see that, where have I been, where have we taken the tavern, and I'm satisfied with that. It's now part of the culinary scene in Winston-Salem, and I think it's just time to move on to the next stage of life.
The president and CEO of Old Salem's Museums and Gardens says moving forward, they're going to do some much needed renovations to this building. Now, once that's done, they hope to find a new owner and reopen the restaurant by next year. Live in Old Salem, Kirsten Gutierrez, WXI 12 News.
Kirsten, thank you very much. Sky 12 flew over the Business 40 project today. As you see, new bridges are starting to go up and new pavement is down, at least in some spots. We did get in touch with the state DOT about the impact of this project on the tavern's closing. A spokesperson told us the department reached out to about 500 businesses in and around the downtown area and have not heard that many complaints. The spokesperson says they worked quite diligently with the city to help as many business owners as they could who reached out to them. Business 40, by the way, is scheduled to reopen through downtown Winston-Salem sometime in 2020, as early as next spring. And while one business is closing up in Old Salem, another plans to move in. The Muddy Creek Cafe and Music Hall opened just last month. It moved from nearby Bethania. The restaurant's menu is similar to one at the old location: gourmet sandwiches, salads, desserts, things like that. There is not a designated music hall at this location, however, but owners are holding open mic nights and also bringing in bands to perform regularly. New tonight, city leaders have hired a local construction company for work at Bowman Gray Stadium in the city of Winston-Salem. Frank L. Blum Construction Company's work will include replacing restrooms, concession stands, and ticket booths. The company has worked on a number of projects throughout the city in the years past. The city is investing about $9 million on these particular improvements. Plans also include upgrades to the track and the football field where Winston-Salem State plays its home games, as well as plans to expand the parking lot and doing utility work in the area. Assistant City Manager Ben Rowe says work is scheduled to begin after Winston-Salem State University's 2020 football season. The project will be carried out in a series of phases and should be finished by late 2022. Well, tonight, students and staff are remembering a high school principal who passed away unexpectedly just last night. Joseph Childers was the principal at Atkins Academic and Technical School in Winston-Salem. He started in that position in 2010. Prior to that, he was principal at Haynes Middle School. Superintendent Dr. Angela Hairston says he'll be remembered for his creative thinking, his passion for learning, as well as his leadership skills. Next, we transition to crime. Police tonight are still looking for the person who shot a man who ended up dying near the Greensboro Coliseum. Investigators say the victim is Mark Porter, originally of Baltimore, Maryland. They say he had just moved to Greensboro within the last few months. Police found his body in a car on Emmanuel Road this past Friday. He later died at the hospital.